Get in, nerds. We are playing Hearts of Iron 4. This is probably the episode when America is going to get involved in the conflict. We'll see how things go in Greece. So this is the issue in Greece. This block point right here. This is a forest province, very difficult to attack through. There's the depth charge mortar, so it's time for us to build up a new type of destroyer. Go ahead and get researching the anti-tank gun here. So I thought I queued this up to 20. That is what it is. So, we'll design ourselves a modern aircraft carrier, first of all. Cruiser armor 4. Excellent radar, excellent anti-air, and then deck space, deck space, deck space. It's all deck space all the time. I don't think there's really an armor meta for carriers. Wow, this armor is really low, though. How much is one? I think it was 5. It's not much. I still think it's deck space all the way down. I might be making a huge mistake, but we'll find out. Let's go historical carriers, and we'll just call this the Carrier 3. I don't think I'm necessarily going to build any of these right away, but we may eventually. For now, though, let's get working on destroyers. We're going to build 3 types of... I think actually maybe 4 types of destroyers. Sorry, no, only 3. 3 types of Destroyer 3s. First, there's going to be the ASW Destroyer 3. We'll call this Historical Destroyers. We'll use the crab icon. And for these, we're going to have just regular upgraded dual-purpose batteries. Nothing too complicated. We are going to give them AA, sonar, and radar. And over here, we're going to give them just a little bit of extra firepower and then really solid anti-submarine warfare equipment. 1721, that's not at all a bad production cost, so we'll go ahead and save that. And then we'll create a new one, and this is going to be I don't have the torpedo launchers yet. Let's go ahead and grab this research slot. We'll put those on upgraded ship torpedo launchers. And that's going to be a... and then we'll use those to build up better fleet destroyers. So, we've got quite a few task forces that could use some ASW destroyers. Oh, we haven't built out our... we haven't built out Brooklyn Naval Yard yet, so let's go ahead and work on that. What do we got? We got sub-detection and depth charges. That's pretty good. Sub-detection and minesweeping and speed. And then over here we got anti-air and light attack. Anti-air, anti-air, light attack, production output, anti-air, anti-air and light attack, anti-air and light attack. It's interesting. Let me see, I got 5 points. I could get this whole block right here to give a bunch of extra anti-air and light attack. But we're mostly using them for depth charges, so I don't know. We're going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, and then I think this design has been upgraded. Yeah, because I don't have that upgrade button. So, we're just going to put 2 of these destroyers in each of our recon fleets. And once again, we're not going to allocate too many dockyards to any individual production line right away. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oop, that's a submarine. Actually, now that I think about it, though, I should have an upgraded submarine. Did I not research upgraded submarines? Am I a big stoop? I am not a big stoop. I mean, I am a big stoop, let's be real, but not about this. Yeah, they're down here. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and fix that up before I forget. Raiding fleet. Range and extra fuel usage. Speed and extra fuel usage. We're gonna do range. We're gonna do range. This is cruisers. This is subs. And this is capital ships. Okay, alright. So we'll do this. Submarine bonus, and then a torpedo attack or reduced surface visibility. Let's do reduced surface. Oh, we need this one first. But that one's only for cruisers. Ah. Oh, this is only for capital ships and screens. Give me the submarine bonuses. Cool. Alright. Moving right along here. Let's design ourselves an up-to-date submarine. Engine 3. Torpedoes. Torpedoes. Frickin' torpedoes. And we'll get radar. Historical submarines. Electric boat company. Upgrade with the latest traits. And then submarine 3. Save. And that's going to be our submarine. We'll probably build more of those eventually. We'll go ahead and queue these into our recon forces. Once again, I'm doing the Asiatic fleet, the Pacific fleet first because they're the ones who are likely to be in first contact with a real naval power. I think as of now, Germany technically still has its fleets, but Germany's fleets are not that much to write home about. So we're not going to worry about it too much. Let's see how things look over there, speaking of which. Oh no, they're still continuing to build up. Alright, alright. I'm down. We're actually just going to go ahead and even out these numbers. So, let me see. You're going to get 3. You're going to get 4. 3. And then all the ones that currently have 10, we're going to get an extra one. Alright, cool. We're sorted. Excellent. Not exactly where we want to be with political power right now, but it is what it is. Still taking some time to decrypt Germany. This is probably a good time to upgrade our own encryption. Another Congress event. Another congressional eventional. Getting these repairs completed here. Do I have anything that's out of date that's not our capital ships? No. The game is telling me to produce foot AA, but I don't need it. Tanks are still good. P40. I don't know why I've got a weird fighter bomber in here. This can go. I don't need that. Anything else is improved, right? Oh, you know what? I need a new heavy fighter. So we're using mostly light machine guns on our current one, so let's see what we can get. That's too heavy. The medium airframe, please. We'll see how much we can get on a big ol' heavy fighter. First, we do heavy machine guns. Second, we do extra fuel tanks. And then self-sealing fuel tanks. And for electronics, we'll do radio nav. And that puts us just over. But if we do... because I think that night penalty is going to be significant. So, and this puts us actually right about where we want to be. This is 9. If we do 4 light machine guns instead, it's 10. And it's actually less weight, so we'll do it. Cool. Alright, and we'll call this the HF-41. And surely we can have a better image than this. I think this is our heavy fighter? Our later heavy fighter? No, this is our current one. Maybe this is one. I don't know. I like this visual design. Let's do it. So we'll go ahead and let's grab North American Aviation and make sure we've got... oh, we've got a bunch of trait points with North American Aviation. Oh, heck yes. Alright. Range, max speed, range, ground attack. And more ground attack. Cool. Oh, that's transports. I don't need transport upgrades. I'm not doing much of that. Not doing hardly any of that. Doop. Doop. And doop. And doop. Alright, that was a bunch of air experience, but I think it's put us where we want to be. So, let's go ahead and grab our... well, we can upgrade our improved small fighters. Grab the improved heavy fighters for our heavy fighter design. Carrier fighters. Apparently we weren't using Grumman for our carrier fighters, which was probably kind of dumb on my part, but it is what's going on. There we go. Alright, now we'll unpause here. I know it's a lot, but keeping yourself organized in Hearts of Iron 4 is really, really important. So in Greece, the Axis are still stopped up right at this forest. Here's hoping that stays that way. If they can get in there, they can potentially attack both Athens and Corinth, which allows them to kind of split up and break up the Greek army, which will potentially lead to an Axis victory. But for now, if they're stopped up here, they're stopped up here, and that is what it is. If Japan attacks us in around August, we'll probably be able to send a force to help defend Greece, and that will be an interesting situation. We're still a little short on infantry equipment, but we're working that out right now. I may go ahead and design a marine template for operations in Europe. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Deploy 100... The 1,000-year bond. Deploy 100 cavalry or cavalry divisions. Oh, yeah, because I got my freaking heavy assault divisions here, and those are technically cavalry-based. There's machine-assisted decryption. We'll do more of that. It's going to keep us difficult to decrypt by our enemies. Technically, we have the ability to improve worker conditions again, but we're not doing that necessarily. I could build up my steel supply. I'm doing pretty well on steel, but I will need more eventually. On the other hand, I want to save my political power for the moment. All this will be less... there'll be less pressure for this stuff once we get up to total mobilization. So that's finished. Let me see, is there a breakpoint for 41? Ooh. Could rush ahead the half track. Yeah, let's do it. Bam. Perfect. That's going to save us a bunch of rubber. We'll do radar. Next round's going to be into artillery. Here is... Oop, not that army. This one? Yeah. Didn't realize I didn't have these guys exercising. Should have noticed that, but I did not. We'll grab 6 of these and put them in Hodges' army. I feel like there's one fewer division in this army than there should be. "12 in training here, 12 in training here." Yep. We're missing a division somewhere. Oh well. Finaglage ahoy. Alright. Oh, nope, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I just had divisions that were not assigned properly. Right? Yeah, and then we got 11 in here. You know what? I'm just going to deploy all these so that they're out in the field, and then that'll give us what we need to go. You have in terms of information. We'll go ahead and get the 1941 artillery stuff knocked out. So, I want 6 these guys for Bradley's army. Hodges' army, we'll deploy them in here. And then we got, okay, now we got 48. We'll split those in half. That should put a nice even, yep, that's where we want to be. Alright, perfect. And here's the mobile force still continuing to train. Let's see, we'll put, but I want Walt Kruger in the major command staff. Yeah, we'll promote him. And for this group, Rose. Rose is our guy.
Yes, sir.
Now I'm thinking about it, Hodges already has the combined arms stuff, so he should actually be in charge here. Hodges, where are you? Here you are.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll put Rose in command over here. And then So, let's take... This is a defense army. Put them in command of Lloyd Fredendell. He's a defense guy. We'll put him in the Pacific Theater. This is the Philippine Army. We'll put them under command of Alexander Patch. And he can get, let me see. None of those abilities are anything I'm too keen on. And we'll put this army group under MacArthur. Give him aggressive assaulter for extra breakthrough. And organization first. We're also going to put the Marine Army into that group, because that army is going to serve in the Pacific a lot. Alright, and then we've got this army. We got quite a few 24 Division armies that we're going to add to Eisenhower's army group. Here. And then we're going to need to form a new army group. So we'll go ahead and do that. Yes, and this is the 12 Division Motor Army under Courtney Hodges. So these two units can get... We'll put Giro and Collins. And then to this army group we'll put Kruger. And Kruger needs upgrades. An aggressive assaulter and offensive doctrine. That's all he's got the points for right now. Alright, and that's a lot of army organization completed. We're looking to come right in here with having a surplus of infantry equipment very soon. Pleased about that. Still working on getting our volume up for the CAG 39s. At this point there is a new tank to research. And there's the strategic bombing bonus. Can't do this because we're not ready to go yet. Reduced air doctrine costs. We might actually end up using this because we're the United States and not in the war yet. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get the escort fighters bonus. Heavy fighter models don't exist anymore in the current meta, but I think that'll give us faster research for upgraded mediums. It might give us the ability to really early rush mediums, which could be extremely useful. There's the rest of decryption. We'll go with anti-partisan just to have it. Don't need too much more in terms of the upgrades. How is the Senate looking? I don't think there's anything else we necessarily need out of the Senate. We do have the political power to do the Greenland Patrol thing. So let's go ahead and do it. I think we've got it. Yeah, here we go. Spotting speed and cold acclimatization factor. Wonderful. Nope. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that political power yet. I gotta make myself not do it because there are so very many things I want to spend that political power on, but I just can't yet. Still time to do some of these anti-tank things, but I do want to get working on... Yeah, we'll do anti-tank. We're not going to do rocket artillery. But we do want to do the new tanks so that we can get our upgraded CAGs. And that's going to make the CAGs much better. Not necessarily cheaper to produce, but stronger and overall better. I think we might have access, actually, to... yeah, the improved howitzer comes out of improved artillery upgrade, too. In fact, now that I'm thinking about it, I think improved medium cannon actually doesn't... comes out of anti-tank from 1941. So I should have gotten... I'm a little late to the party on that one. but it is what it is. This might end up being one more episode without warfare happening. Ooh, you have... That's Guerrilla Fighter. I'm just not that into Guerrilla Fighter. I don't think it's that good of an ability. Japan demands French Indochina. Okay, so I think the next focus is the one where they're fighting, they're going to go to war with us. Taking advantage of French weakness in light of the struggle in Europe, Japan has coerced the new government into surrendering control over their colony in Indochina. Japanese troops have already moved to occupy all major bases in the region, and experts fear the colony could be used as a launching point for future military expeditions. Vultures picking on a corpse. So probably Chinese troops will be able to get here before Japan can man these places. I should make sure that I've got planes ready for action here, because it's been a while since I've deployed new air, and I might be about to feel very silly. Okay, all right, we're not too many under where we should be. Yeah, I said underwear. Laugh it up. We'll do some PBYs. We got some interwar medium bombers. And then for the heavy fighters, we should have quite a barrel full of these. Yeah, we do. We for sure do. For strategic bombers, we'll put those in Pennsylvania. We're still absurdly under-resourced for those. They take forever to produce. They're very strong, but they take forever to produce. That said, we're actually almost good on mechanized, which is really rad. And medium tanks are getting there. I keep mousing over these things like I think they're going to change, but I know they're not going to, because I'm not producing new military factories. Although, actually, I could queue in new military factories at this point, and I think it'll be a good idea. I'll just go ahead and build up some of our most industrialized areas right now. We'll queue these in kind of interspersed with these dockyards. And we'll just max out the dockyards. Cool. And there's the torpedo launcher. So now we have the capacity to produce that tasty fleet destroyer that we were going to before. Do we want to... Not yet. Not yet with the torpedo upgrades. We'll get there, but now's the time for working on our tanks. Right, the tank destroyers. That was an historical thing I was going to do. Alright, let's build ourselves this destroyer. So, it's going to be a destroyer 3. I don't know why those are still in the pot there. So, this one's going to have torpedo launchers, and it's going to have quite a few of them. Better AA. We're still going to do... No, we're going to do fire control for these ones, but they are going to have radar. We're going to have rapid fire guns. We're going to have another torpedo launcher. And we will do some ASW as needed. So these are much more production intensive than our other ones, but they're still really solid. This is AA and light attack. There's range, HP, AA, and hit chance. Yeah, I think AA and light attack is still the right call for these ones. So these are Fleet Destroyer 3s. And we're going to create 2 production lines of these. We're actually going to make 4 production lines of these. And what these are going to do, we're going to max them out. We're going to get 12 in each line. And we're just going to stuff our battle fleets absolutely chock full of these powerful fleet destroyers. And what these are going to do is these are just going to beat the absolute stuffing out of anything that comes in contact with our strike forces. And so in order to make sure that that happens, we're going to actually put these basically at the top of our queue here. Yeah, we're going to put these... we're going to put this one at the top of the additional light cruisers for the recon forces. I'm going to put the one for the main battle fleet kind of all the way at the top of the... ahead of the main battle fleet light cruisers. I know this is a lot of production lines, but trust me, there's a logic to this. It makes sense in context. And then for the other ones, we're just going to put them ahead of their respective ASW destroyer blocks. And we'll just make sure that those get ready and built. And this is part of why we're doing this massive expansion of our dockyard system right now, because that's going to give us the capacity to build all of those destroyers that we queued up. And at that point, basically our fleets are not going to be able to be challenged in any meaningful way by an enemy naval force. So I think at this point we're kind of at the end of where we want to be with the episode, but I think I'm going to wait until the end of August. And if the war doesn't start before the end of August, we'll do a new episode. If the war starts before the end of August, then we'll put a pin in it and we'll get started next time. Very good.
Yes, sir.
And there it is. So, Japan has declared war on the Philippines. That puts us in a war. Iceland requests American protection. The Icelandic ambassador in Washington has asked for us to send troops to Iceland. In effect, they ask for American protection against a possible invasion. They offer a hand over management of their foreign policies to us in return for this protection. A great opportunity. Let's not damage American-British relations. I'm going to call this a great opportunity. So that makes them a Brit... Oh! Interesting. Oh, I didn't realize that was happening. So that's weird. I didn't realize they were a British colony. But it's fine. It should be fine. All right. The war has begun. Japan is mobilizing for war against us. We're going to just go ahead and... Oh, we can't. Right, because we're not in the war yet. Right? No, they're at war with us. Why can't we... Because we're not at war with a strong enough enemy yet. Alright, well that makes sense. But we'll definitely go to extensive conscription for now, and we'll do the war economy stuff later. But for now, it's about to get crazy. I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you all on the other side.